Well, the focus of all of this is really on the unmet need. Now, what typically happens is someone wakes up one morning and they discover something in a lab, and they think, great, we're going to go and set up a company and we're going to make millions of dollars out of this. And what invariably happens is you find that you've got a technology and you're trying to find a market for it and you're trying to push it on people, and people often say, well, yeah, actually we've got perfectly good technology at the moment and your stuff might be 10% better, but we're not going to change our entire production process just because of that. So IDEA³ forces you to focus on the unmet need. So, what is that need you're trying to address, and stops you worrying too much about the technology at that stage, because you can always plug in the technology later. But if you can't define and articulate and communicate that unmet need, then all the technology in the world isn't going to get you to market.
So the IDEA³ process can be a little bit confusing, but it all starts at the beginning with identifying and defining an unmet medical need. And we often think that as engineers, as entrepreneurs, as people creating solutions, that we're doing that. But what turns out, what we've all experienced in the past, is that although we think we're innovating towards a solution that will have impact, we realize at the end of an extensive effort that the solution we came up with doesn't match well with the problem that a clinician faces on a daily basis in the care of their patients. So what we try to do is front load the research so that the person creating solutions understands in detail and in specifics what is the need that's driving their research. And with this knowledge, they can define a much more targeted research program that is much more likely to have impact in the clinic at the end of the day.